Good morning, children. Very good morning. Today, in this class, I am going to revise the topics which is going to come for your second periodic test. Okay, we will have revision for the second periodic test. I will dictate all the question answers, important questions for the examination. So please kindly note and prepare for the examination. Clear? Write down periodic test. Second periodic test. Subject Geo class 10. Regarding the periodic test, already I given the syllabus. There are total 7 chapters, starting from 1, that is resources and development. The last topic is the lifelines of national economy. Lifelines of national economy, right? So last class we have discussed about resources and development. We have discussed about what are the resources, what is the definition of resources, what are how these resources can be classified. So those things we have discussed. Now I will dictate about some of the important questions. Important questions for exam. Please make a note of this. Number 1, define resource. All of you children, please make a note. Second periodic test, important questions. Define resource. Define resource. Number 2, what are biotic and abiotic resources? What are biotic and abiotic resources? Give some examples. Give few examples. What are biotic resources? Give some examples. What are biotic resources? Biotic and abiotic resources. Use some examples. Written. Number 1, define resource. Number 2 is what are biotic and abiotic resources? Give examples. Number 3, name the 3 states. Name 3 states where we can find black soils. Name 3 states where black soils can be found. And this soil is suitable for which crops? And this soil is suitable for which crops? So black soil is suitable for which are the crops? We have to write. Name the 3 states where black soils can be identified. Black soils found. And these soils are useful for which crops? Right? Next one is question number 4. Resource planning. What do you mean by? What do you mean by resource planning? R-E-S-O-U-R, resource What do you mean by resource planning? So resource planning is a strategic, judicious use of resources for the future benefits. It is what is called as resource planning. So it's a very important question. My dear students, since you are board students, you have to take very seriously. Why? Because not only for the sake of periodic test, these questions, normally what happens in social studies boys, just you write pages without giving a content. So there will be no weightage. Marks will not get. So therefore, when this question is given, we should write the meaningful answer. And write the meaningful answer. There should be correct content, so that you will get full mark. So please take seriously. Most of the boys will neglect all social science. I am telling you, social science is your life. The social science is the royal subject. I am telling you. Now at this stage you may not realize. Once you completed your standard, you go for graduation. After completion of graduation, when you go for civil services, IPS and IAS and Group 1, Group 2 examinations, you will come to know the importance of social science, history, geography, political science, economics and politics, and general knowledge. General knowledge means it's everything. So therefore I am telling you, you should give a lot of importance for this. Right. What do you mean by resource planning? Correct? Next, fourth one. Write down 3 characteristics of. Write down 3 characteristics of alluvial soils. Write down 3 characteristics of alluvial soils. Children, we have discussed about alluvial soil. Alluvial soil is the most important among various soils, and this soil is deposited by the rivers which are brought from the Himalayan rivers. That is examples Indus and Brahmaputra. And these are the most fertile soils. Further, these soils also can be classified into 2, that is Bangar as well as Kadar. We have discussed earlier. Bangar and Kadar. Types of soils. Say that is Kadar, H-A-D-E-R. Kadar and Bangar. B-A-N-G-E-R. Bangar soils. That is the type of soils. Difference between both Kadar as well as Bangar soils. That's very important for 3 marks. Write down the 3 characteristics of alluvial soil. Over last bench who are sitting, are you write down? Okay, thank you. Next question is differentiate between question number 6. Differentiate between Kadar and Bangar soils. Differentiate between Kadar as well as Bangar soils. You know, these soils are the part of the alluvial soil. These are the part of the alluvial soil. So when you take this Kadars are the fine material, the humus and the most fertile soil. You can write down Kadars are the most fertile soil, whereas Bangars are unfertile soil. Why these Bangar soils are unfertile? These are looks like pebbles and pebbles. These are look like pebbles and pebbles. A smaller in size, without humus. So naturally, these will not be favorable for cultivation of any crop. Therefore, Bangar soils are unfertile soils. These are not favorable to grow any crops. So bangers are fertile and fertile. Next two. Number two is others are fertile, bangers are unfertile. Then here others are, these are in small in size. These are small in size. Small in size. Whereas here these are bigger in size. Bracket, you can write down pebbles and pebbles. Bracket, you can write down pebbles and pebbles. This is bigger in size. So these are not fertile, not favorable to cultivate any crop. So therefore you can say unfertile soils. These are bigger in size. Third one is, these soils can be identified close to the delta areas, close to the river, mouth of the river. These soils can be found. Which soils? Khadar soils. These soils can be found close to the river banks. Close to the river banks. Whereas the banger soils are away from the river beds. These can be identified away from the river valleys, away from the seabed. So there are three characteristics. We can write three differences. Three differences between Khadar and banger. Very important question for 3 mark question. Very important for 3 mark question. Differentiate between Khadar and banger. Differences between Khadar and banger. So Khadar and banger are the part of the alluvial soil. Alluvial soils are the most fertile soils. These soils can be identified in the entire northern plains of the Indian subcontinent. The alluvial soils can be identified entire northern plains of the Indian subcontinent, which includes starting from Punjab and Haryana to up to even Bihar. Punjab, Haryana, Delhi, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, entire that plain. The length of this northern plain is almost all 2,500 kilometers from west to east. The most fertile land in the Indian subcontinent is northern plains. These plains are deposited by the alluvial soils, which are brought by the Himalayan rivers, that is Ganga and Brahmaputra. Clear? So related to Khadar and banger soils. Now next question comes to the, what steps can be taken? Question number 7. What steps can be taken? What steps can be taken to control? What steps can be taken to control soil erosion? Soil erosion. Soil erosion in the hilly areas. In the hilly areas. A-R-E-A-S. Areas. What steps can be taken to control the soil erosion in the hilly areas? Are you writing, children? Clear? Okay. Thank you. We'll see next class. We'll continue with the next class.